Manchester United, of current, are probably one of the worst teams in Europe. They only just, and I mean only just, drew with Porto in tonight's result. They are really, really bad. Harry Maguire has more or less saved Erik ten Hag's job for another day. I think the game against Aston Villa will be Ten Hag's final chance. And that's going to be a very hard game to win. Manchester United's form at the minute is horrendous. A 3-0 loss at home to Tottenham. A 1-1 draw in the Europa League to FC Twente. A 3-3 draw away at Porto. Porto should have won that game. Manchester United, may I say, were 2-0 up in this game at one point. They shouldn't have drawn this game. Porto should have got all 3 points. Manchester United should not have got anything out of this game. They are getting increasingly bad every single game. They are getting worse every single game. They really are. And they are one of the worst teams of current in the Premier League. They are one of the worst teams in Europe right now. Let me just remind you that they this season bought an informed Joshua Zirkzee at Bologna, Matthijs de Ligt, Mazraoui, Lenny Yoro, who is still yet to play a Premier League game for Manchester United, or even to that a competitive game. And it's been a shower of absolute shite so far. It really has. For Manchester United. I'm a Liverpool fan, as I've said in many, many videos. But watching this is embarrassing. It's funny to watch, but it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing to watch what we call a top club like this fall down this badly is bad. And when was the last time United won a game? Really, when was the last time they won a game? Because I've forgotten. Unless there's been one after that Southampton game. I've forgotten. I don't think they've won a game since after the international break, which is really bad. They've won 3 games this season. One of them at home to Fulham. One of them away, or was it? I think it was a home to Barnsley, 7-0 in the League Cup. And a 3-0 win away at St Mary's Stadium. All of those, United should be expected to win. They still have yet to be a decent side in the Premier League. So far, they've lost to Liverpool, Tottenham. Bear in mind, they still have Man City, Chelsea and Arsenal to play. It's not looking good for them at all. In tonight's game, Porto should have grabbed all 3 points. But they didn't. Because Harry Maguire saved them at the end. I almost forgot something though from this game. Bruno Fernandes needs to be dropped from the squad altogether. Read my lips. Bruno Fernandes needs to be dropped from the squad altogether. He's had 2 red cards in 2 games. One of which has been overturned. If we're not giving a red card for that, then what can we give red cards for nowadays? I mean, it was possibly a bit soft, but he caught his ankle and he went with his studs as well. So what if we can't give a red card for that, then what can we nowadays? Like, it's getting ridiculous. You cannot tell me this one wasn't a red card. This was studs to the head this time. This is definitely a red card, and if this gets overturned, I'll go mental. Because I will go. I will kick off if this gets overturned. Because at this point, they're just giving Man United sympathy treatment. Honestly, it's ridiculous how bad they are at the minute. $20-odd years ago, this was a team that were winning trophies left, right and centre. They've won 3 trophies in the last 7 years. What I mean by that is they won the Europa League in 2016. They won the Carabao Cup in 2022. They won the FA Cup in 2024. They've won 3 trophies in the last 7 years. Actually, no, they've won 4 trophies in the last 7 years. Not as good as it was back in the old days, is it, United fans? No more Fergie time now. I'm not going to say Porto were robbed because they weren't, but all I'm saying is that they should not have even got that Manchester United shouldn't have even got a point out of this. Manchester United shouldn't have even got a point out of this. Let alone 3 goals. They threw a 2-0 lead. They were 2-0 up. And you're going to tell me that's not crap. You're going to tell me that isn't crap. They threw away a 2-0 lead and you're going to tell me that's not shit. Oh, they are really bad. They are really getting they're worse every single game. And I can only imagine they're going to lose this Sunday as well. I can only imagine they're going to lose to Aston Villa. I think it's at Villa Park. Which, if you don't know what just happened at Villa Park, if they can beat Bayern Munich at Villa Park, they're beating Man United. I honestly don't see Man United beating Villa on Sunday. I don't. In fact, it could be an embarrassing loss. It really could get embarrassing for Man United that day. Back to this game. Bruno has had 2 red cards in 2 games now. 2 red cards. Like, shouldn't Ten Hag be getting a hint? Drop him. I'm going to say it slowly. Read my lips. Drop him. I'm not even a Man United fan. And him not dropping Bruno Fernandes is even getting me mad. because of how bad Bruno Fernandes is. I mean, it's so jarring. It really is. The fact that even after he got sent off after a really bad performance on Sunday, Ten Hag still doesn't have the brains to go, right, I think I'm going to drop him for this game. He doesn't have the brains to do that. Now, Harry Maguire saved Ten Hag's job for another day tonight. Ten Hag's job lives on another day. It really does. But if they lose on Sunday, I can't see him lasting another 24 hours in that job. And if he does, then I'm sorry, Man United. I'm going to say it, you're fucked. If that man loses to Aston Villa, which I said it like they're not a good team, they're an amazing team. If they lose on Sunday, I cannot see Erik ten Hag staying at that club for another 24 hours. Surely the Glazers should be looking at this going, or Ineos, whoever owns them now. I don't really care, but whoever owns them now, it's either Ineos or the Glazers, one of the two. I think it's both. But they should be looking at this and going, I think we need to consider terminating his contract because we can't be having results like these. We need to be winning trophies, and this is not how to do it. They should be looking at it and going, okay, we might need to sack him soon because the results we're getting, I'm not liking. That's what should be happening. But they've kept him on. Yeah, fair enough. Another game. Like, they need a couple more games to more or less confirm it. But if he loses on Sunday, I cannot see him staying another 24 hours. They've drawn more games than won this season. They've lost more games than won. They're 13th in the Premier League. Now that is bad. That is really bad for a club like this. I say for a club like this, but they're just getting worse every game. They really are. Like, their downfall needs to be studied. I mean, yeah. Anyway, this is not to Man United fans. If you enjoyed the video, you know what to do, which means like, subscribe, turn post notifications on. This does not apply to Man United fans. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.